Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, we're going to be working on story number 5 and 6 inside of my October Daily 2021 album. So we're starting off with story number 5 here, which is all about my favorite and least favorite Halloween candy. Because I knew that I was going to tell this story this month, one of the things I did in preparation was to actually go to the store and buy a couple of my favorite types of Halloween candy so I could use the packaging to help me tell the story. I ended up purchasing a couple different ones, but only using 4 of them. I purchased the Sour Patch Kids Zombies, Warheads, gummy body parts, the Reese's Pumpkins, and the Twix. They're not bats. What are they? Twix Ghosts is what they are. So I went ahead and opened all of those up, cleaned out the inside of the wrapper so I didn't get any candy or chocolate on the back side of my photos for the next day, and then cut them down into 2x2 squares so I could put them inside of the page protector. To help keep them stable and make them easier to put in the pockets, I also trimmed out 2x2 squares of plain white cardstock and then went ahead and adhered the wrapper portions down on top of the cardstock. That makes it a lot easier to slip them into the pockets and keeps the pocket itself a little bit more stable over time. Prior to actually unwrapping all of that candy, I did put them inside of this little tiny wood crate that I purchased from Target, held that in front of myself, and just snapped a selfie photo so I could use that as my full page 5 by 8.25 inch photo. And then I was wearing this black Starry Night type of sweatshirt, which gave me a lot of dark space on the photo where I could add white text on top in order to tell my story. So all of my journaling was printed right on the photo itself. I then added a chipboard sticker above that says, I believe, favorite treat. And then I'm going to come back to this here in a second and add 2 more chipboard pink stars on either side of the title piece as well, just to help bring a little bit more color into the bottom portion of that photo. On the right-hand side, I am filling all of the remaining empty squares with sequins. I have a sequin pack that came from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and then I also have some random green and purple sequins here as well. I'm going to end up using a bunch of the green ones to help bring in more of that green color into the pockets. And in addition to the sequins, I'm also putting in some wood veneer pieces. I have these little candy corn wood veneer that are from an older Ellie Studio set. I've got a couple of chipboard pieces that I left the backing on, and I'm sticking those in the pockets as shaker bits. And then on top of the pocket that does not have anything in it except for sequins, that's where I'm going to create a home for my number to signify that this is story number 5. Once all of my sequins were settled inside of those pockets, I used my We Are Memory Keepers fuse tool to fuse the pockets shut, which basically just means it's creating a dotted melted line so that the pockets no longer open and everything that is inside of it will stay inside of it. Last but not least, I debated between a couple of different number 5s that I could put on my layout. I was originally going to use a black number 5 that came from last year's Allie Edwards December Daily release, but instead I decided that blended in a little bit too much with all of the sequins. You couldn't really see it. So I pulled out a puffy sticker set that also came from Allie Edwards, and I grabbed the hot pink number 5 and stuck that down on the pocket on the outside of the pocket. So that is going to complete this story about candy, and we're going to move on to story number 6. Because the previous day included those shaker pockets, working on the back side of this layout is going to be a much easier and less time-consuming project because the hard part is already done. So story number 6 is using the prompt a little scary or a little spooky or super scary. So this is kind of a what camp do you fall into? And for me, I kind of fall into the middle somewhere. I'm not like a super scary type of person, but I also like things a little bit more on the creepy side. I'm coming to like that more and more as I get older and more into this Halloween season. To document this one, I took a picture of my son next to my parents' 10-foot tall pumpkin head skeleton, which is this creepy yard decoration that they have that we all just love it to death, including the kids. I had my son go stand next to it and look at me and make a scary face, snapped the photo, and I felt like that was a really good depiction of the type of scary, quote unquote, that I really enjoy. I printed that one outside of the page protector, so it's 5 inches by 8 1/4. And all I'm going to do to the photo is add a number and a couple of pumpkin cardstock stickers into the bottom right corner and leaving most of it alone. I feel like the photo didn't need a lot of embellishing. It really speaks for itself. On the left-hand side of this spread, I cut out 4 2x2 squares out of this candy corn stripe paper from Heidi Swapp. I then printed my journaling on vellum in 1.75-inch squares so that I could add the little piece of vellum journaling on top of the pattern paper, and you would still be able to see the journaling just fine. So it allows there to be some decoration, but then also you can see the story. And then I finished off this layout by adding a strip of the same candy corn type of pattern washi tape to the right-hand side of the photo, helping to bring that pattern to the opposite side of the spread and making it all tie together a little bit better. Well, friends, that's going to complete my 2 layouts for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love a thumbs up down below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm going to be back again next week on Tuesday with my next October daily layouts, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, friends.